Morning guys, Colm McGill here. This particular video is about how to build an online presence, and it's actually the conclusion to the series that I've been doing over the past couple of weeks. And what I'm going to do is, I suppose, go back over the 7 videos and recap on each one. So without further ado, I'm sure you can see me here down the bottom, and you can see that I'm on the blog section of my website. If you go to blog and you go to how to build an online presence, and each particular blog that I've posted has a video and text, so you have plenty of information there, and the video can go anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes. And the thing is, the whole idea, I suppose, of doing this is so that I'm giving you information, practical information that you can use straight away, or practical knowledge that you can use immediately on your business going forward. And the last one that I wrote was how to build an online presence, advertise. And that was really, guys, when I spoke about that, I was really speaking about that in this day and age, if you are a small business owner, and I know a lot of you out there are, and you're spending a lot of money on different industry publications and traditional media, it is, in my opinion, a waste of time in this day and age to be doing so, because you have various different platforms like Google AdWords, like Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, LinkedIn advertising. You've all these different platforms where you can actually leverage for a very, very minimal cost in comparison to the traditional means of advertising, and get a great return on your investment. Also, as they say, you can manage what you can't measure. And to be honest with you, in using these platforms to advertise online, you can measure absolutely everything, guys. The reporting is phenomenal. You can see behavioral flow, you can see real-time events. It's unbelievable, and you can see how people are interacting with your offer on your website. So you can't beat that kind of, I suppose, measuring metrics in comparison with traditional means of marketing. People will say to you, well, I have X amount of readership, I have X amount of viewership, but the problem with that is, you don't know, are they the right demographic for your business? In comparison, when you're advertising online, you can actually test. And I would say to you, you should be testing different demographics with the same, let's say, ad, same product. And then you can target different demographics. Let's say you can target different sex, you can target different age, and you can see who's performing the best. Also, you can target different interests related to your industry. Let's say if you're on Facebook, and what that does is it allows you to see which is the best return on investment. Last year actually, only, I was working with a particular company, and we had about, I think we had about 7 or 8 interests in the particular within their industry. And we went in with a preconceived notion maybe that one particular interest would outperform the rest. In actual fact, it didn't. Then we thought maybe it would be a 50-50 on the decision making between men and women, and it turned out no. It turned out that the women were taking the decision on this particular product, where we would have thought that it would be maybe split down the middle, but no, it wasn't. So then you can appreciate we were allowed, this allowed us to spend our money a lot more efficiently, our ad spend, to get return on investment, and we did exceptionally well. So that's why we spoke about advertising, and I think it's vitally important for you to start advertising your business online. Okay, the next one I spoke about was social media platforms. Well, as you can appreciate, guys, you have to be on these social media platforms. I would say to you, I would possibly say go narrow and deep rather than broad and shallow. And what I mean by that is pick 1 or 2 social media platforms where you become very good at, so that you can build exposure for your business. Now, I'm not going to go into which ones you should choose, etc. But what I want to, I suppose, get across to you is, look, all you have to do is take your head out of the sand and see. Just look. Everybody's on their mobile devices. Everybody's on their mobile devices. And what's happening then is, you can appreciate, if they're on their mobile device, they're probably engaging with some social media platform, without doubt. And that's where you have to be advertising your business. Get in front of these people. And as I say, from the advertising point of view, you can actually find out who's the best audience to target through testing your ads, and then through more testing you can see which is the best social media platform. But you have to be on these social media platforms. Also, the social media platforms allow you to, I suppose, broaden your marketing net. And what that does, what I mean there is, let's say your website is the center to what you do online, and out from your website is different points on the internet, and they are your social media platforms, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your YouTube, etc. And they're all driving traffic back to your center point, which is your website. Okay, so get on those social media platforms. Next thing, I spoke about blogging, and the reason I spoke about blogging, guys, it's about content creation. It's vitally, and obviously, sorry, I am going in reverse order today because that's just the way they came up in the blog, but you'll be able to follow this anyway. So the reason we spoke about blogging was you have to be creating content. You have to be showcasing your credibility, your how passionate you are about your subject, your industry and your product. And look, just take this example today. You can see I have a series of how to build an online presence, and I have 8 videos. I've written 8 articles on these various topics with the umbrella topic of how to build an online presence. Also, I'm here giving you video. And the thing about that is you can appreciate I'm taking time to video and depart my knowledge or my advice to you to help you grow your business online. That's giving you credibility. You're going to go and say, who is Colm McGill? And then when you go to Google, you'll see a big online presence by me. Also, you'll check out my Facebook and you'll see how many fans I have online. And this will all link to the credibility. Also, you can go through my website here and you can check. If we scroll up here, you can see on the sidebar there's testimonials coming in here, and you can see who I've worked with also if you go to the home page. So that gives credibility. And blogging allows you to do that because you can, I suppose, you can promote yourself. You can give value to your particular audience. What you can do there is obviously you're creating content that's educational and beneficial to your target audience. And that creates a win-win. It gives your audience, like I'm speaking to you today, it gives you the information that you need to grow your business. Also, you'll say, he was telling the truth there, or he gave me great knowledge there, etc. Let me get in contact with him. So it's a win-win, okay? Then the next thing I spoke about was SEO. Well, SEO stands for search engine optimization, guys, and definitely if you want to get up in the search engines organically and you are creating these blogs and creating this content. Now, I'm not going to go into the in-depths today of SEO, but let's say you're creating content. You should be mindful of creating content around a particular search or a keyword, and you can find that up in Google Keyword Planner. And then if you create the content in the right way, if you use LSI, if you optimize your URLs, your images, obviously the content, keyword density, put videos in, put the right headings in, tag your videos correctly, all this gives strong signals to the search engine that you're relevant to a particular topic. Also, you should link the different topics that are related to the main topic. Like you can see, if you go through every one of my blogs, they're all linked to the previous one. Okay, so you can appreciate I'm becoming the one-stop shop for you. If you come on my website looking to how to build an online presence, what is happening? I'm taking you by the hand, and that's very important, and that keeps you on my site a lot longer. That sends a good signal back to the search engine, and that helps with my SEO. Now, obviously there's a lot more to do with SEO, but again, this is just, I suppose, a conclusion. And again, if this is your first time listening to these videos, to, I suppose, opening your mind to allowing you to know what's actually in the actual blogs that I have done. Okay, so you can see here how to build an online presence part 3, and where I'm speaking about that is the influence and actors on your online presence. Okay, and again, that's more about social media and how they impact and why you should have those particular platforms. Okay, the next one then is about your website, guys, and obviously part 1 is an introduction to what I will be speaking about, but part 2 is really about that your website is vitally important for your online presence, because at the end of the day, this is where you can showcase your products and services. Also, it's where you can lay out your products and services in such a way that when someone comes, they see it up front and center. And what I mean by that is, if you come to my website, I suppose, and you look at my homepage, straight away when anyone lands on my homepage, they know exactly what services I offer. Also, they see examples of the work I've done, and they see testimonials, because social proof is very important. So my website is, I suppose, a shop window for all intents and purposes, where I can highlight the services I offer to you, the business owners. Okay, and you can see here recent works, and if you see here, this one says e-commerce and WordPress, so that means this is a website built in WordPress. It's an e-commerce website. This one was to centralize online presence and also WordPress. So what I did there was I had to centralize all their online presence. They had different platforms or different social media accounts that weren't linked. Also, some of them weren't claimed, like their Google business page, and I took ownership over that, and I centralized everything. Also, obviously, I created their website, and that was the project there. Okay, this one, e-commerce, Google AdWords website redesign. So this website was obviously there already. I had to redesign it. I had to put in an e-commerce function because it takes bookings online, and then I went on and did a Google AdWords campaign for them because they were taking bookings, and it went exceptionally well. Okay, here you can see accommodation, centralized. So the industry was accommodation, centralized online presence, e-commerce, Facebook advertising, website redesign. So this company had a website. I had to redesign it. I redesigned it on WordPress. Facebook advertising, which we did 2 different blocks of Facebook advertising at the end of last year and the start of this year, so that we would warm prospects up for the coming season, and that went exceptionally well as well. And again, that I suppose that highlights as well, we were able to target different locations and we could see which was the best return on our investment. So you can appreciate that gave us massive power and leverage of social media platforms and advertising, where again you don't get in the traditional means of advertising like your industry publications, your TV or whatever. Okay, that's why I'm saying to you as a small business owner, you really have to start understanding that you need to build an online presence, and these social media platforms are allowing you to do so, and obviously advertising platforms are allowing you also. You can see here centralized online presence. So again, this company was very disjointed with their social media accounts. We linked everything together, and we drove all the traffic back to their website. So again, they had a very successful season. This particular company here, I'll finish with Killarney Riding Stables, but this company was a garden. They do garden rooms in Dublin, and we did Facebook advertising, Google AdWords, and I redesigned the site. Now this was the company actually that we found out that you shouldn't have preconceived notions. You should have an open mind and test, because we unearthed an audience we didn't think would be so receptive to their product and service. In actual fact, they became their biggest audience and they did exceptionally well. I think they're booked out up until after Christmas with work, and that's a fantastic, I suppose, testament to social media and Google AdWords to draw in the correct clients in a cost-effective way. Okay, here you can see Killarney Riding Stables, centralized online presence, and what was going on here was this particular company, they had a couple of websites. We brought them all in together, and they've gone from strength to strength, because you can appreciate now their online presence is much more centralized, so they're getting customers on a regular basis. Okay, so you can see straight away why my website is so important, and why when someone comes on, they know exactly what's going on. You are the same. You need to have your website showcasing your products and services, because if you're not telling people what you do, how are they going to know what you're doing? And the biggest problem with most business owners when they're not getting customers is because people actually don't know what you do. You're anonymous, and that's a problem. And that's why social media is a fantastic way of creating, I suppose, that exposure for your business, because it's very cost effective, and you can keep doing something like a simple brand awareness ad where you're keeping the top of the mind of your customers or your potential customers on a regular basis, and this allows you to gain more business and to be known. Then if you create the content in the right way, you become an authority, you become credible. Also, you should loop everything together, you should connect everything together. So everything should be done through a strategy. And what I mean by that, you bring people in through advertising, you show them all your products and services, you give them education, you give them certain, I suppose, motivational pieces to give you your email, like lead captures. So what you would do is maybe give a PDF, maybe a webinar on your products and service, and you capture the email. Then you go from there into email marketing. And what you're doing then is you're warming them up all the time, and you're pushing them down the sales funnel, and eventually you get customers. But the thing is, if you're not going to take the time out to do this and connect, you're not going to get the customers. So that is why I believe that building an online presence is essential to your success as a business owner in today's environment, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, I am nearly at 15 minutes, so I better stop talking. I hope I've opened your eyes with this video series on how to build an online presence. And please contact me. You can see my email is info@colmmcgill.com, and you can just pop your information in here. You can go to my contact page. You can set up an appointment, and obviously we don't have to meet face to face. In this day and age, we can have a Skype meeting, which is just as good, if not better, than meeting face to face, because we can actually go into your business in depth and actually do a screen share and speak about it. And you can see here, you can schedule an appointment. There's a fee there. You can see, for a general query, you can put information here, and all my contact details are there. Okay, so that's it from me, guys. If you have any questions, please email me, message me on Facebook at colmmcgill.com. So you have no excuse. You can find me anywhere you want. You can see my phone number up there. You can see my Skype number. It's Colm.McGill. So there's plenty of ways of contacting me. Again, I hope you've enjoyed this series, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.